image of the shadow crawling in your fucking basement, creeping underneath your bed. The smell of rotten bones singing from my flesh, bad and full of poison venom spreading through my veins. Young wastes died, his fate is spread my ashes round the way. Scream at the bug of them thorns, followed by demons and crows. Reaching my lowest, I'm not that heroic, but fuck on my digging balls. Hidden, but all of these creatures are creeping. Some of my demons, they killing me sleeping. There ain't nobody that's near while I'm speaking. Fuck all these humans, they all be deceiving. I'm scarecrow, say something, please hear me. A shadow, I think I'll be leaving. I'm weeping, just call me a demon. That I'm dying, my body is freezing, my bones all are broken. The devil is scheming. Think that I'm dying, my body is freezing, my bones all are broken. The devil is scheming. I am the bird of Hermes swerving down your fucking lane. I got no armies of undead, the fuck you thinking, man? I'm scouting the block, beware of fever, go like Kurt Cobain. Smoking my blunt, I walk the plank, go wrapped in cellophane. I am the bird of Hermes swerving down your fucking lane. I got no armies of undead, the fuck you thinking, man? I'm scouting the block, beware of fever, go like Kurt Cobain. Smoking my blunt, I walk the plank, go wrapped in cellophane.
He said my game. He says his game crashed. He's fucking lying his fucking head off.
Yeah, they all fucking crashed at the same time.
Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Gray, and I am bringing you a stamina sorcerer that runs Bobo. This is one of my favorite playstyles in this game that I have played up to thus far, in my honest opinion. As most of you know, I enjoy the bow aesthetic and the bow playstyle itself. So this build, I came up with Goblinu, and his channel will be linked in the description below. We have both been running this build and just annihilating entire factions essentially of people, and it's a lot of fun. It's not even boring. This actually makes the game enjoyable for both myself and him. So if you want to go check out his channel, give him a subscribe, like his videos. His link will be in the description below, as I said. So let's jump right into it. So with the gear, we are running Shattered Fate Bow Sharpened on the front bar, and this just so you get max penetration with a shot glyph. On our back bar, we are running a Master Perfected Bow. I literally just got this a couple days ago. I haven't golded it, I haven't perfect traded it, but honestly, go with powered or defending, up to you, and then go with a Berserker glyph on your back bar. This is obviously for no obvious reasons, right? You just get more increased damage, and it makes you hit like a truck. So very strong. Then we're running one medium Magma Incarnate. This is just for the recoveries. If you want more damage, more penetration, whatever you feel you need for the build, put it as your one-piece monster set. We're only running a one-piece, so whatever you feel you need here, run that, and you'll pretty much be fine. Then we're running a Heavy Shattered Fate Chest Reinforced, this so you can get more defensive stats, because you are pretty squishy with this build. You definitely have to run and gun with it. You can't just outright fight people, especially if they're a good player. You're not going to outright just 1v1 somebody with this build. You can. It does have survivability, as you've seen in the clips, but you definitely need to use your speed and get out of fights. So we're running this, we get a little bit more tankiness. We're running Shattered Fate medium shoulders in pen, a light waist, so we get that light piece in there. Then we're running Reliquin. This is the bread and butter set. This set is what absolutely nukes people right now. It's just too good to give up. Like it's one of the strongest PvE bow sets you can use, especially for even PvP. This is just an amazing proc set itself. I have mine perfected. If you don't have perfected, it's perfectly fine. You're going to lose a line of stamina. So you're literally losing 1096 stamina. That is it. But you're still getting a super, super nukage set, right? And I have this in well fitted. If you can put everything well fitted, do it. I just crafted mine into InPen and reinforced because that's all I had. So I didn't really care. But then we have that. We have Reliquin in the hands, the legs, and the feet, all well fitted. All triglyph on everything. So you get most stat value out of everything. Then we are running the jewelry. I have mine in Bloodthirsty as a just makes you hit harder than infused. If you run infused, you'll get more healing, but I'm trying to output the most optimal damage, and Bloodthirsty gives you the most damage total of any like jewelry trait in the entire game. It does give you more damage than infused, but infused will give you better healing, so take that with a grain of salt with whatever you decide to go. If you want to go with infused or Bloodthirsty, that'll be based on your playstyle and how you enjoy playing. If you want better heals, go with infused. If you want more damage, go with Bloodthirsty. Then we're running damage glyphs on all of it, and then the bread and butter of your healing for this build is Pale Order. This solo and in a group is just overpowered. You're just going to get insane crazy heals, especially because this build isn't super tanky. This benefits you so much. If you want more damage, you can obviously put on Markin, Ring of the Hunt. You can put on Death Dealer's Fate, whatever you want. Do not put on Malakath's Band of Brutality, and do not put on Oak and Soul for obvious reasons, right? Malakath, you get no crit. This build does insane damage, especially with crit damage. It's very, very useful, so definitely keep your crits on, okay? But that's the build. If you have any questions about the build, obviously put it in the comments below, and I'll answer as soon as I possibly can. And yeah, now let's jump into this character stat sheet. So we have 11 points into health, so we're not super, super squishy. But we're also not super tanky. As you can see, I only have 26k health, and then we have 53 points into stamina, also giving us 26k stam. This, like, you're spamming a lot of stam skills, so you definitely need the stamina here. Do not put all your points into health. Like I said, this build is a very squishy build, but it can survive in certain situations, right? So take that with what you want. If you think you can sustain very low stam with all your points into health, you can try it. I personally prefer it this way. Then we're running the smoked bear haunch food. This is like the best sustained food you can get right now. It's just too good. It's way too good to not have. If you want more optimal damage, if you don't need the sustain, obviously go with Bewitched or something like that, right? But I prefer smoked bear haunch. Jewels of Misrule also works. You just don't get as much resources. This one's a little bit more expensive, but I can afford it, so I usually go with smoked bear haunch. Then we are a stage 3 vamp. You're definitely going to need this with how squishy the build is. This will make you a little bit more tanky, so 100% use this. Now the Mundus Stone, this is where it gets a little tricky with the build. So I am currently a high elf. I understand that's not optimal. This was an original Bowsorc. So if you want optimal race, I would be an Orc or a Khajiit. Both of those are online with the best for this build because Orc will give you the movement speed, allowing you to just run away in any sticky situation, giving you that the freedom of movement, pretty much allowing you to survive pretty much everything. Okay, I've had countless Zerglings and Zergs chase me down, and I was able to escape, like running from like Chalman all the way back to like I don't even know, like fucking. So where I was at Chalman Gate, I had a Zerg on me. I went like all the way back to Glade Mist. I went all the way back to Rails, and they were on mounts chasing me, but I was an Orc at the time, and I was perfectly fine outrunning them. Right. So with the Mundus Stone, this is what I was getting into. With the Mundus Stone, this completely goes off the race you are. If you are a Khajiit, go with the Shadow. If you want more damage, put the Warrior. If you think you need more sustain, go with the Serpent. But I would only run one of those three. My buddy Goblinu actually uses the Lover Mundus, I'm pretty sure, so he gets more penetration, allowing him to also hit harder. I don't think you need more penetration on this build, which is why I don't use it. But like I said, take everything with a grain of salt. Everyone runs builds based off what they see and what they have tested that works for them, right? So everyone has a different playstyle. Both myself and Goblinu run the exact same build. We just have different Munduses and different races, all right? So keep that in mind as well when you're making this build. All right, let's jump into the skills. These are the best. I wouldn't change up these skills for anything. So you have Streak on your front bar, and this is just so you can spam get away or you can stun people while you're DPSing their forehead off, right? Then you have Haunting Curse. This blown up with like a Dawnbreaker and your bound armament just absolutely nuke people, and it's very strong. I've hit people for 13k with this already, even higher depending on if they're a bad player or something like that, or at the lower levels. But like on decent players, I've hit for 13k on it. So definitely use Haunting Curse, very strong. Then you have Camel Hunter for obvious reasons. You get Major Savagery and Prophecy, increasing your weapon and spell crit. You also get that damage from having it on your bar from the Fighter's Guild passives, right? And you're running Crystal Weapon. This is your spammable. This hits like an absolute nuke. This is honestly better than the mag version of Crystal Frag, especially on a Bowsorc. This is what gives you the most damage. This and your Bound Armament collection just shred people's foreheads. I don't care who they are. They're going to get hit very hard. And if you're in a group or in a Zerg or whatever, based on how you like to play, and you are in the backline DPSing, good players are not going to survive the damage output if you're just free casting on them. I promise you will kill anyone and everyone in the game if they don't deal with you. You are a vital, massive threat when using this build. Alright, so if you use this build, be prepared to get a lot of hate because this build just absolutely fries people. Then we're running Dawnbreaker. I use this just so I get passive weapon damage. Very strong. Alright, back bar. This is where you have a flex spot with your ultimate. So in the video, you can see I was using Meteor. If you want, you can use one of 3 ultimates. I put Meteor back here or Power Overload. If you want also a really good ultimate, you could put on the Bow ulti. Go with the Ballista, not Toxic Barrage, because the Ballista would absolutely shred people because you can DPS them while your Ballista going off into a stun, just frying foreheads, right? So 100% you can use one of those ultimates. If you just want to absolutely cheese people down, go with Overload. But I don't think you need Overload. A lot of people, like, it's very strong. I'm not going to lie. It's one of the strongest ultimates in the game right now. And this would absolutely rip people's flesh from their skin. Like, you'll turn people into grave sites using this ultimate. So if you want to be extremely cheesy, 100% run Power Overload. If you don't want to be that crazy, like I said, you can run Ballista, you can run Negate, you can run whatever you want here as a flex ultimate. But keep Dawnbreaker because, one, this also does a lot of damage on top of your already nukage, but it also gives you that passive damage. So 100% I keep Dawnbreaker here. This is where you can put whatever ultimate you want, and you'll be fine. Alright, getting into the rest of the skills. We have Resolving Vigor, Hurricane, Crit Surge, Dark Deal, and Poison Inject to proc the Master's Bow. Alright, I'm not going to try and make this build video super long, so we're going to try and wrap it up real quick. So, CP, Fighting Finesse, Focused Mending, Master at Arms, and Weapons Expert. Red CP, we have Celerity, Pain's Refuge, Sustained by Suffering, and Fortified. Alright, I didn't want to make this video too long. I was also testing on a new microphone, so let me know how my mic quality is in the comments below. I don't want to make the video too long because I already had gameplay, and not a lot of people want to sit here for a 15-hour video. So, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, please drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out my boy Goblinu. And yeah, that is it. I will catch you guys later.